What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Sonic.
I'm your co-host, Snuff.
So, now that we're trying this again, because we already had technical difficulties for like the 30th time.
I didn't hear the intro, just so you know.
Oh, no, I did. We're fine.
Okay, as long as we're fine.
We're good. So, what's on the agenda today?
Well, you already know what it is, but the listeners don't.
We just have to act surprised.
Every now and again, they put us in a weird studio, and we don't get our room because it's being rented out.
It's the normal, typical behind-the-scenes shit show.
Fucking New York City. What do you want to do? Anyway, today's episode is about two different categories and how we are going to see them, envision them, and what they could parlay into, and, different kinds of things like that. That nature.
Okay.
One of them is stance, which everybody knows what the fuck a stance car is.
Yes.
Certain camber, certain fitment. The wider ones, wilder ones have wide bodies and so on and so forth.
Okay, so I guess the better question, because now we're going to switch it up from our first outtake. Oh, God. Where do you see the modding game going to? Like, where do you see the customizing of cars going to?
Oh, it's going back to the early 2000s.
You think so?
Oh, so. Look at the idiots. Come on. How far do you have to go to see something with candy paint on it?
Granted, yes, you were talking about it not too long ago about the famous hashtag of the quote-unquote new trend that is not new, but whatever,
it's
sake of argument's sake.
Sexy spec.
Yeah, that back in our day was just called a show car.
Yeah, where the fitment is garbage.
Yes. Fitment really became popular, what, mid-2010s? 2012, 2013 at most?
Fitment wasn't popular till I did it, okay?
Oh, my fucking God. Kill me now.
Invented fitment.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
I did not.
But no, honestly, like, it was never a fucking thing. Like, it was never a fucking thing like that. Not to, like... I can see the popularity of it because it does look nice. Quote-unquote having the correct fitment on the car or having a little bit more poke, whatever it is. But back then, that was like the last thing you were thinking of. You were getting a nice set of wheels. You were lowered already. Or if you weren't on coils, you were on bags. And to put it simply is your points were there.
What do you mean? Our
Okay,
points.
like if you're doing all this shit, let's face the facts. You weren't going to meets because either way, meets wasn't even a fucking thing either back then. So
wait,
when you
hold on.
What?
We're in 2024. How many societies lived to today?
What do you mean?
Oh, you forgot already.
What? Go on.
Season 1, society this, society that, society this, society that.
Yes.
Name one you know that's still alive.
None.
Hold that. Hold that fat fucking L.
Yeah. No. Sadly, it's for the love of God, I'm not even saying it as a joke or to even be mean about it. It's just
No, but you said it in one episode. They'll be dead in a year.
I mean,
they don't exist anymore, right? I could talk about it.
Yeah, you kind of can because
Let's use Chain Society as an example.
God, here we go. I knew you were gonna fucking go for them first, right for the jugular.
Right? They used to be a thing, right?
Yeah, they were a thing in town, actually. Yeah. Now.
And then.
Yeah, as the ball of hay just rolled by. But you know what it is? It's what was cool and what
Hold on. Shout out Jared for joining Chain Society. And shout out his crazy girlfriend, Paula. You fucking bitch.
God, this is gonna go south so fucking
She
quick.
eat a fat dick.
God, like, dude, we're like 15 minutes in.
I don't
Holy
care.
shit. That's a record first for us. Normally, we're at least semi-warmed up.
What's her relevancy? She crashed the fucking STI.
No. To get back on track.
Colgate.
Oh, my God. To get back on track. What was cool when you were seeing all these crews pop up out of nowhere is, you get hope because, the car game is a really dying breed to a certain degree. And it's a dying hobby. So when you start seeing, cars with logos or whatever the hell, you're like, shit, okay, there's possibility, there's hope. You kind of have like that positive outlook towards it.
Yeah.
Now what happens with certain groups, teams, societies, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they kind of just like stay there.
No, what happens is one jerk off takes his banner off, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
No,
they
that's
don't
already
exist.
like the inside group politics or whatever the fuck, and that's usually always happens regardless of the fact. I'm talking about in general, like as a whole. Sometimes like they'll come out swinging hard, and it dies out, or they come out, steady, and they just continue steady.
Hold on, I want to see if you remember something.
What?
A mutual friend of ours, a
Mm-hmm.
past team member,
Uh-huh.
owned a team.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
What was Hova's team's name? I could kill you right now.
Street Elements.
Street Element is
Yeah,
correct.
I remember that. And at a certain point, it became like a subdivision of C4.
Yes, it was.
And then what usually always happens, little by little, one will out-eat the other, not on purpose, but you start mingling with other people, and little by little, they kind of
Take over the other one.
take over the other one, which little by little, all the SC cars, yeah, that was the nickname,
SE.
SC cars,
That's correct.
became C4 cars. Because at that rate, they were like, yo, why are we just like rocking fuck it, we're all together anyway.
Street Element who?
And that's what happened. I mean, that's happened a lot throughout the car game history with other teams.
So you think it's a bad idea if two car teams hang out constantly? Eventually, one will eat the other one.
Yeah, that always happens. It's not even in a bad way. Because I've seen people do it in a bad way.
Care to elaborate?
Been there, done that. I've seen it.
Wait. You've been one of the teams who've done it in a bad way.
No, never. We've always hung out with other teams and all that, but little by little, they either
Starts with the ass grabbing.
yeah. The second the first ass grab happens and like the first like nut slap, it's just like, bro.
Put on my banner.
Yeah. I don't know why. Must be the fingers. Anyway,
He's so fucked up in the head.
but yeah, I've seen other crews do it in a bad way to then take other cars.
But what would that consist of, doing it in a bad way?
I mean, usually when we've been around and we've been hearing the other teams do this in the past, it was always like, oh, you shouldn't take that from him. Like instigating an issue with other crews members. We've seen that. We've seen it like happening live at shows and stuff. And like some of these people are just like easy to like kind of, flip the switch.
Twist their balls and push.
And, it may take like, I've seen people like go in hard, like really go after like certain people for like a while, dude, like a while. And before the season's done, like
They
they're
sell
already
their Passat
rocking.
and buy a fucking Acura.
They're already rocking. They're already rocking the other logo already, like before the season's done, type of shit. What's always ended up happening with us is, I'll give you a perfectly good example that my boy Henry reminded me of when we were working on his car.
The 80-year-old who banged the 19-year-old?
No, stupid. No, we're not going down that road.
Okay.
We're not going down that rabbit hole. We were with a rival team for years.
What was the team's name?
Infamous Creations.
That's a
IC.
cool name.
It is a cool name. Now, we were talking, now I say that Henry reminded me of this because we were talking about, he saw the logo on the car. He goes, holy shit, you brought it back. He was out of the loop. So we're like, yeah, we have some of the guys that are looking at the old pictures and we're like, yo, bro, you should bring that back. And I was just like, no, I don't want to bring it back.
Hold on. Wait. Stop.
What?
That's not how the story went.
What?
About why we have the old logos, but
Yeah, you and Amanda were down my fucking throat because you guys wanted the fucking old banner back. There, did I fix it? Did I correct it?
there you go.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Continue.
So, they're like, yeah, long story short, whatever. I brought the old one back. He goes, oh my god, it looks so much cooler now than it was back then. Because I mean, back then it was the same C4, but it was just Custom Creations Car Club, the original name of the team. It just got boring as fuck to say Custom Creations Car Club like over and over again. So that's why I just got creative. And blah 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 history.
And that's how C3 happened.
You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, 4. I'm sorry.
Typo. So yeah, we were just talking about the logo and all that. He goes, "Oh, do you remember when?" Because that other old team, Infamous Creations, just had a normal plain banner that said literally Infamous Creations. Really
Special
big.
font, a special oil slick, like, the other guys.
Oil slick wasn't a thing, so that's new vinyls now. But they had the big banner, going across the top of the windshield.
Ignorant
bottom of the
red.
windshield.
What are we talking here?
It was just ignorantly big,
What color?
in any color you wanted at that
Really?
time.
And multiple colors?
Yeah, they had multiple colors. I do have to admit that the two-tone matching it to our cars wasn't our thing first. That I will say, and I will take it, because we were one of the first ones. Because nobody was ever getting that creative with like a team banner. They were just like, hey, a sticker and, stick it on the car and let's go.
No, we have to be uniform. That's us.
But we were the ones really like, that. We got to try and make this cooler to match our cars.
Isn't that always our style, though?
Yeah, but back then, nobody was thinking about double layering vinyls. We were seeing it done for on commercial side of it, and that's where we started going, that would be cool if we can do it like that.
But at the end of the day, this is a brand. And any banner we wear is a commercial for the brand.
Yeah, but in that time frame, it was never really
Thought of
oh
that
my
way.
God, this is like, you tell me fucking 15 years back me, we'll be in Times Square. It will be a dream. I will say, oh my God, I hope one day, but I would never be like, fuck out of here. That's never going to happen.
And then?
You know what I mean?
The same thing with the podcast, dude.
It's the same thing with pretty much everything that we've been able to pull off till now, to be 100% honest. It's always been a pipe dream or, something in the back burner. And, if the time arises and
We get to it.
It's a good time frame for it, we jump at it. So to not stray too far from the story, we were always like, that would be cool. Because we would see it on commercial trucks, cars, storefronts, whatever the fuck, if we could do it like that. But it would be cool if we can match it to our cars. And that's where we started working with vinyl shops. Can you do it with double layers? They were too expensive at first. One banner, I remember at one point we were all paying like $25 for the banner, $30 for a banner to get it matched.
Mm-hmm.
Little by little, vinyl got cheaper, so, the price got lower or whatever. But we were talking about it, and I say all this now because we were like, oh, do you remember when, my old VP, he was the crazy. He was the wild one. He was the one that if the car looked good at a stoplight, he would put his car in park, roll out of his car, walk up to you, and knock on your window. And like all the OGs that are listening to this now are all going to laugh now.
Yeah, but you can't do that nowadays because everybody's got a cordless hole puncher, and he would have wound up with a hole in him.
No, but you know what it is now? Now it's the day and age of Instagram. You don't have to resort to that. Back then, there was no IG. At most, what we had was MySpace.
Yeah, flip phones.
You know what I mean? And like the corny flip phones, 100%. But again, I'm saying all this because he's like, oh, do you remember when it was like cool as hell? We were, everybody was like, yo, dude, the banners look awesome. They're just so cool. We were getting so much cred for it and the shows. And we're like, yo, we were like all pumped up about it. It's dumb as shit when you think of it now, but we were pumped up about it. My famous, lovely VP Tony goes to our rival team. You guys should do like the same. And I remember I wanted to fucking murder him. I wanted to just take his head and bash it into everything next to me. I swear to God. Like, why the fuck would you do that, bro? That's our competition team. Like, you don't do shit like that. That's our stuff. That's our copyright. Like, that's our signature.
Tear him an asshole for that?
Yeah, in the sense, like, we all yelled at him type of shit. But, I remember the other crew was like, yeah, that is a cool idea. Thanks, man. And like, lo and behold, they went from Infamous Creations to IC. And they copied it the same way, two-tone to their cars and the corners in the corner shot of the windshield. And I dealt with that for fucking years. It became to a point that it was like the joke. It was like the joke. They'll see it like one of the IC cars roll by.
ICC4.
That's what it later became. I'm getting to that, which is awesome fucking imagination on your end, because 100% that happened. But IC cars will roll by, and like the guys on the team will be like, Sonic, don't twitch, like your eyeball, it's twitching, because it'll just be like livid as shit. And I'll never forget, Tony was like, nah, fuck it, bro, let them have that shit too, fuck it. It's just gonna make the car game better. I never thought of it in that sense that way. I was always thinking about it, exclusive. We pulled it off. We thought of it first, and this should be ours. Now, when you think about it later on, you're just like, he wasn't so far off, to be honest. Because I'm seeing it now in a different angle, the whole entire car game and car scene.
Okay. Elaborate
what I mean?
a little bit.
So it was funny, like I said, me and Henry were just talking. He goes, "Yeah, do you remember you were fucking livid? You wanted to kill this guy." I was like, "Yeah, bro, this motherfucker gave them like the full
Green
okay, the
light.
thumbs up to do and copy the same style."
Let me ask you something. If you were standing next to him, why didn't you look at him and say, absolutely not. Fuck him. You know what? You're part of their team now. Rip the
Because
banner off.
it was one of those things that at the heat of the moment, I mean, we're all young, so we
You
took it
bitched
as
out and you're like, ha ha ha.
no, we
and-
took it as a joke,
And then they did it.
but then they did it, and then we were like not the repercussions because it was whatever, but like you saw it for like a few seasons through, like a few years they lasted. But to get to that, to go back to like the whole topic of like the team merging into another
Yes.
one or whatever, their VP got like tired of it, disappeared. They gave the title to another guy. He became the team lead or president, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
What do you drive?
A mean ass actual Nissan Altima. Like this thing was.
You're going to tell me Ultima and then you're going to say mean ass. There's no such thing as a cool
He was
Ultima.
the first and only one to fully get a GTR and put it inside of an Altima.
Wait, what?
When the GTR first came out, Homeboy went and did it. He swapped out everything.
For a GTR interior?
Motor, axles, Brembos, the wheels,
What year GTR?
when they first came out.
Nick, you know how many generations?
No, the ones here in the States now. I'm not talking about an R32 and R34. The R35.
Eh,
But when they were first here,
eh.
he pulled it off and did an entire swap on the Ultima. Custom fabrication on the axles, the whole 9 yards, you name it. He made it to
Unimpressed.
SEMA and everything.
He went to SEMA?
Yeah. Fully sponsored by like a whole mess of people.
Explain to me how he made it SEMA and not you yet?
The crazy fabrication.
You got to start sucking dick.
Yeah, I just gotta stick a GTR and like underneath Blue's hood and just be like, ta-da, twin turbos,
Duh.
V6, Nissan power.
No.
You know what I mean? But the end of the day, the work that he
Ooh.
pulled out of his ass.
After this, remind me to talk to you about a unicorn part for you and how much it costs
I'm already
you.
thinking about it. It better be like $200 in a fucking blowjob.
No, it's going to be a couple grand, but it'll be at your door that week.
Wait, doable? Really? All
Yeah.
right, we'll talk about that shit later.
I didn't get to tell you
We'll
yet.
talk about that shit later.
Shout out Richie.
If you pulled that off, yes. Good job, Richie. I didn't think it was going to happen, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, this guy did some like mean ass fabrication. End of the day, it's a Nissan Altima. But it was fully fucking done. Yeah, you think about it, it's not like in your head or on paper, just like it's a fucking Altima. I'll find pictures and I'll send one to you so you can see it. But end of the day, the car was like done. He was sponsored by everyone and its mother
Okay.
because he was able to pull off. I mean, the car disappeared for like 2 seasons practically. Yo, and this guy, like,
Fabrication hell.
yeah, you think body shop jail is
Prison.
bad?
Yeah.
Bro, you don't know about the fabrication side. And like, you got people that are doing this for the first time. Not fabricating, but the platforms are the first time ever.
Merging.
Never been done. To this day, I still don't think any other person with a Nissan Altima has pulled this off.
Well, that's like saying...
Again, haven't done my homework to really.
No. Stop.
What?
That's like saying somebody got a penis reduction surgery. It's not going to happen because it's a stupid fucking idea.
Yeah, but it's exactly that. It's a stupid fucking idea that's never been done, and he was able to do it.
Just, that doesn't make it cool, though.
Yeah, it does.
What about that is cool to you?
Sticking a GTR inside of an Altima,
Uh-huh. And?
and you literally have a 4-door GTR.
GTRs have back seats. What are we talking about right now?
Asshole, 4 doors. End of the day, it was a Nissan Altima. That's my
I'm
point.
so unimpressed.
No, that's impressive. That's fucking impressive
who?
on so many levels.
This
So,
is going
like-
to be the poll. This is going to be the poll.
Okay, fine. Poor Nick's car. Okay.
This is called idiot spec.
It's not idiot spec. But again, to get onto this,
Wait, what nationality was Nick?
I don't know. To be honest, I never.
Was he Hispanic?
No, no, no.
Because I have
he
a really
wasn't. He
good
wasn't.
joke for that afterwards. It has to do with idiot spec.
You're an idiot. Where to send your racist hate mail to? Where the fuck was I going with this?
How
Right.
stupid the build was.
No, you're an idiot. It wasn't stupid. But anyway, my point is, as we were talking about it, they all ended up going to shows with like no leader. That's my point.
Oh, and they just gravitated towards you?
Because end of the day, aside from them, we were the oldest group left.
I think we still are next to like Endless
that
Pleasures.
they knew at the time when we were all
Okay.
showing.
Hold on, was Endless Pleasures around at this time?
Yes, Endless Pleasures was still around. They've been around for a while. I'm not sure as long as us, but I know they're close.
Silk City?
I'm not mistaken. Silk City, if I'm not mistaken, or please DM me, guys, if I'm wrong. My bad. I'm not sure. But I think they're definitely over 10 years. They're definitely over 10.
Elmo's been in the game that long, no?
Longer, to be honest.
So
I
she
think-
might be around your ever time.
Yeah. Like I said, 24
Yeah.
years in at this rate. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, if not 24, like 23, 20, around there.
Wait. All right, so for those who don't know Elmo, she's got a GT86.
Still gorgeous with that original fucking candy paint job on it. I love that fucking thing.
It's sparkly red,
It is a gorgeous.
and it's done.
Gorgeous
when I tell you
fucking
done,
red.
I mean like kitted out, minty interior.
I wish she would travel more. Because that car has what it takes to get stupid exposure.
I'm just waiting for
To
her to
be
get ready to
100%
sell it.
honest. Because that's one of those builds that they stay underneath the radar, and they just don't like leaving the area for shows.
That could blow up on the internet.
You know what I mean? That type of car can definitely blow up and get the love it deserves. Because, I like it. I've seen it for years. You saw it, when you first started showing it and you fell in love with it.
I still think about it. Randomly.
You know what I mean? And it's a car that I still say to this day is underneath the radar, and it deserves so much more love.
Spooky
Not
Riders.
that it's saying
That's
it,
who she is.
yeah,
Spooky Riders.
But again, they're another old crew. But it's one of those things. You stay showing. These guys were showing with no leader, no nothing, and I'll never forget. We're all just hanging out. I was like, "Yo, where's your guy at?" He's like, "Oh no, dude, we've been showing just like us, just because we're like, it's like a repeat. It's just like work. You can just get up and go. We all meet up at the same spot and we go, but there's no like nothing." And I'll never forget joking. I was like, "Well, all right, welcome aboard, pussies." And they all just looked at each other. They're like, "All right." I remember they all just grabbed their cars and they parked in our lineup, and they took off all their banners. And they were writing all on their papers, no, C4, C4. And it's just like everybody that did know us, like all the old school judges or whatever, they're like, I knew it was only a matter of time, joking around. Because there's, you gravitate who the people that you're close to and that you know. It may be from a different crew, but if there's nothing else to keep the name alive, that's what happens. But again, same thing happens of two teams hanging out all the time. One will merge with the other one. It always happens. That always happens. Again, sometimes it happens for the better. Sometimes it happens for the fucking complete nightmare.
You know what I'm thinking to myself?
What?
I regret not inviting Elmo to that photo shoot.
I mean, there'll always be other photo shoots anyway. So,
We should interview her.
I mean, it would be fun. I think it would be fun to get her.
Because, ready for this?
Her take on
technically counts as a sexy spec car.
Yeah, she 100% falls under that quote unquote old new trend.
That's exactly what it is. The old new
It's an old new trend.
Because that is just like your early 2000s, late 90s kind of build.
And you know what?
Just her fitment is popping.
Whoever created or thought of that hashtag as a quote unquote new thing, one,
Good
not
on
new.
you.
Two, thank you. Just a simple hat tilt of a thank you. Why? Because me personally, we've said this, off air. you go to these shows and you're just like, it's fucking traffic.
I was so scared of what the fuck you were gonna say. We said it off air. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna go for somebody. He's going right now.
No, I don't throw people under the bus.
You don't throw jabs.
I don't throw jabs.
I talk shit.
Yes, you do it. I don't. We both know of 4 or 5 cars that we can think of off the top of our head that are just like, why are you here? Not for saying that our shit is top shit. I never say that to begin with.
Speak for yourself. I'm a top quality build.
No, fuck you. You nigga, humble. Come the fuck back down to earth.
I'm not all the way there yet.
Yeah,
But
relax. But you know what I mean. If you're gonna go to a show and you're gonna compete,
you want to see our quality
you
shit.
want to see quality shit to compete.
Well, all right, so
I'm not even talking about our classes. I'm just talking about in general. Why? Because it makes the hobby look better.
I'm gonna localize it.
Okay, go.
Think of all the other Z's that you see at shows. Mm-hmm. How
Okay.
many of them are on stock suspension? How many of them are on stock wheels? How many of them do
Okay.
a fucking two-tone wrap? Or
I'll do you one better, and I'll fill in the blanks in your sentence. When you showed me the pictures of the famous Z Nationals that you fucking went to,
how many of them were fucking stock bodies? Almost
3 looked awesome.
3. Was I one of them?
Yes, obviously stupid. But you know what I mean? 3 Zs I looked at and they're like, wow, nice. Like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. But the rest, not to throw them over underneath.
Basura!
No, I'm not gonna throw them in the mud either. But
I will.
you think of this. Okay, perfect example. I'm not a Z guy. I'm not a Z guy. I don't own a Z. I know the Z platform because of you, because of Kermit, and talking to you guys and everything
You
else.
could be a Z guy, but you haven't went and got the yellow one yet. And you know I will run your dick into the dirt every show.
My point is, you guys were talking about the famous Z Nationals. Me as an outsider looking in, you're like, holy shit, this is like a SEMA thing.
Yeah.
Why? Because we think of SEMA as the same shit.
Exclusivity.
You know what I mean? We see the bigger picture of like, wow, that type of shit. So when you show me the pictures, you can see how the balloon gets popped.
To be
If
fair,
that makes a better sense.
to be fair, remember that tri-state show I won? Connecticut, Jersey, PA.
Wait, which one was that? The one that you drove to West Bumblefuck and you were in the parking lot and you beat everybody that was stock?
They weren't stock.
You beat everybody that was stock, and I will say that again.
I'll say it out loud.
I will also say it out loud.
Hold on. Louder.
Yeah.
Rick's BMW was there.
What the fuck does that have?
Bagged, motor work, blah, 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 blah. kit.
Okay. Custom paint, custom carbon.
No. It's hard to compare to me. I'm not comparing to me.
No, I'm comparing you.
They had a 1,200 horsepower STI there.
With anything else done aside from motor work?
Wide body. That's Jared.
You're so stupid. Listen,
They had hitters.
Okay, but still, me, with the pictures I saw, yeah, I can see how you won Best of Show.
But again, you put
And
me in
that's
this,
outside looking in.
you put me in this mindset where it all has to be clean and neat and profiled.
Yeah, I've never even done that, not just to you, just to anybody that I talk to or anybody that even gets remotely interested in this hobby or wants to join the team or whatever the fucking case may be. I just do it because that's how I got brought up in the sense of cars. Why? Because I was going to these car shows and you saw at the time, those heavy hitters and those guys that were spanking and those guys that were winning money and trophies and sponsorships and everything, cleaning their cars for 3 hours, 4 hours, taking off their sneakers before they got in to move it, or taping up the front ends when they were driving far.
Yeah, that doesn't always work.
Yeah, no, it works. It's always worked for me.
Unless you go through the rain.
You're just special ed. You're just special ed, and you're just like, nah.
Have you seen my baseball?
Yeah, no, God, your mom definitely dropped you. Yeah, when you were a
I
kid.
fell off a couch once.
So I totally believe it. But again, it's one of those things that when you see that and you're like the newbie, you're wet behind the ears and you're going to these shows, not that you're looking up to them or whatever, but you see the recipes that are working for them.
Yeah, but nobody had the framework that you taught me. Make sure everything is fucking spotless.
Why? Because I have learned that throughout the years the hard way. I've forgotten to clean shit. And then, the famous white glove would happen. And I would damn the whole world and the fucking mother that brought me into this damn planet. Because I was like, why did I forget to clean that fender well? You bastards. Fuck you, Mom. Fuck you, Dad. Fuck everybody. I hate the world.
So bad.
And it's so stupid when you think about it, but it makes total sense because, again, the mindset that I'm in is the old time frame of shows, like the hardcore competing, that it did come down to that. Like sometimes the points were neck and neck to the point that the car that was cleaner literally was the one that ended up winning because they would come back. They'll be confused. There'll be a tiebreaker. So that's when everybody started getting the gloves out. People will go through the wheels. Fuck, both of these guys are clean. All right, door jams. Both of them are clean. Inside the handles. Damn, they're both clean. Engine bay. One will go like that, black. The other one will go like that, less black.
Oh.
Guess who won?
Less black. That's racist.
But you know what I mean? That's the mindset. So you would see that, and you're like, holy shit, I really got to step it up. Because at that time frame, it was either you go into this hobby swinging
Or you get washed.
or you get lost in time and nobody's going to remember you or your car. You know what I mean? So again, whoever got creative and decided to bring this back, thank you. Because hopefully the hashtag inspires people.
And it'll start trending.
And it'll start trending. And then people will be like, you know what? I can do that better. Is that a whole front clip? I think I could do the back end too. And that's when you're going to start seeing the rush of like, holy shit, cars come out.
I don't know why you're giving me the vibe of the the Mercedes with the Honda.
All day.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. All day.
Elaborate.
Not too long ago on Facebook Marketplace, one of the old school OGs, personally wasn't in the team, but we knew him, by car type thing. Not too long ago, just posted the car up for sale on Marketplace. To be honest, I don't know if it's sold or not.
It was a
But it was a Honda
Civic.
It was a Honda Civic 4-door, to give you an idea, 96, 98 body style. Complete front end of a
CLK.
A CLK, and the back end
SL.
of an SL, thank you. Custom paint, custom crazy wide body. The stance was not there because it still had the old wheels.
Which, to be fair, in today's world, if he was to get the right fitment, he could blow up on the internet.
Yep.
And let's hold on. I just want to put an asterisk on something. Blowing up on the internet does not make you fucking end all, beat all.
No, and for the love of God, granted, that has helped.
Trophies do, you cocksuckers.
Not even the fucking trophies, but it's one of those things that it's becoming easier for companies to easily go into your IG if you have an IG for your car.
Yeah.
And just be like, all right, you have X amount of followers, right? So that means if I give you a free supercharger kit, argument's sake,
These
that's gonna,
5,000
we're losing
potential clients. We'll see it.
We're losing $5K because we're gonna give it to this guy in hopes of some turnaround. But if you have 100 and something thousand followers, a $200 pulley over here, maybe somebody will get stage 1 supercharger, and that's like, $1,500. In a year they'll make their money back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they'll gain more followers and maybe they will end up getting more stuff. Back then, it really was the Wild West in the sense of, there was no social media.
Which
at
blows
all.
my mind.
So you had to work and you had to show names. Or let's say, for example, the whole team was sponsored for a few years for
The
Hawk
brakes.
Performance for the
I
for the
remember
brake
that.
pads. And when it came to getting the team then sponsored by Valvoline, for all my OGs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Team Sin Power. Yes, I still have my fucking shirt. For motor oil, okay? You will talk to the heads of these departments, and they'll be like, so I see you're sponsored by Hawk Performance. I go, yes, sir. He goes, who's the name of the guy you talked to? Because then they would physically go, hey,
What's his people like?
are these for real? And then they'll be like, yeah, no, they're good. And then he'll be like, okay, we'll work with you. Like a job reference, they will fucking call your previous.
shit.
Yeah. That's the way it used to be, okay? To grab sponsors. And if you didn't miss, like if, let's say they needed you for 3-4 shows.
See, this is bullshit. Because now
You did one?
Hold on. Now in today's market, I have to pay for everything I got. I asked fucking. Let's hold on. I'm gonna slow down here because I'm getting worked up. Let's use juniors as an example. This guy does everything I don't want to do with my car.
Okay.
What did he pay for on the car? Ni pinga. But getting a sticker out of somebody, just say, yo, the work came out of here? Absolutely not. This is a show car.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you why a lot of people do that, or a lot of shops,
Won't put their
mechanic
name
shop.
on show cars?
Yeah, why they do that. I'll get into that. But to get back into this, there was no, hey, no, I'll take your follow count and then, I can see you get a lot of likes on your posts, or you're pretty viral on TikTok or not. No, bro, this is all now. This is all now. Back then it was like references, like, and if you were lying, you were like on the
Got
blacklist. You were banned from like any company really in the car show world. So you really like had to be on point and be like, no, I'm really sponsored by like Car Performance, or Street Glow is giving us a partial discount, and stuff like that. And then motherfuckers were like, if they're really into your crew or your car, they'll walk around and they'll ask, yo, the guy over there in that car, is that for real? Is they really 20% or full ride or whatever? Then they'll be like, yeah. You'll be like, yo, is he punctual? Because, yeah, he's come to every show we've called him for. Okay, great, thank you. At the end of the show, he'll come back and be like, hey, contract.
Sign this.
Let's talk. That's the way it used to be.
To be honest, I don't need anybody for a contract. What I really need to find,
No, it's one of those things,
one shop willing to build a motor for me.
which, again, it can easily happen.
I'd pay for parts. I just need them to fucking make sure it runs at the horsepower I need it.
It's become one of those things that...
Like, look at Kermit. He built that block, and he's getting fucking burnt by this other shop. I'm not going to say RZG's name, but
what the fuck?
the fucking...
Okay,
Come on. There's no way it shouldn't not have been done. But the lady and the guy there, they're going, they're having a baby, whatever, so on and so forth. But that car should have been done. It's hard to trust these shops nowadays.
It comes down to, and it falls into the same department as like body shops. Hell, we were talking about this not too long ago. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. This day and age, not this day and age. For me personally,
Young kids suck. Go ahead, say it out
I'll
loud.
throw myself in this. The only things I want to get sponsored for is, honest to God, the dumb annoying shit. And what I mean by that is I go through batteries like me drinking water.
Well, yeah, you let your car sit all year.
You know what I mean? And even though they're disconnected, but they only hold on for so long power. So, yeah, you know what? It gets annoying, a $150 battery every so often.
Every time you want to drive it.
You know what I mean? And it's not just like one car I'm worried about. It's fucking blue,
12.
shadow, red, CTS.
13.
You know what I mean? Like the old caddies. Before you know it, it's like a GM batteries blinking an eye.
In a season.
In a fucking season for fucking eating shit. So you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you know what? No, I want batteries. Like, it's the dumbest thing in the world. People are like,
It is
nah, I
pretty
want
stupid.
a supercharger. I want air ride. The other one's like, nah, I want House of Color to sponsor my paint job because I'm doing crazy body work. No, fuck you guys. I'll be happy with an air freshener. Just give me batteries. I mean, granted, I can't, knock on wood. I have Optima batteries sponsored. Thank you, by the way, guys, for 2024. And I have Kinetic batteries, also 2024.
Full sponsorship or partial?
No, full. I got batteries. I got batteries lined up for my cars. Like, I have nothing to worry about.
When'd you do this?
Like 3 months ago.
And you didn't say shit to me.
It's been working.
Piece of garbage.
Literally been working.
What kind of a friend are you?
It's one of those things, bro. The chance arises itself, and I jump in and I shoot the shit.
Selfish dick.
But now I don't have to worry about fucking batteries, at least for a year.
You got me wanting
Next
to
year,
fart
let's see
on
what
the
happens.
podcast.
What happened? What?
I want to pass a fart on the podcast because you.
You won't do it, pussy. Oh my God, that actually came out on audio. Oh, I'm keeping
Fuck
it on
this
there.
podcast.
Enjoy that, guys. That was all for you.
I can't believe you. For real, for real?
Yeah, Optima batteries.
How come you didn't say shit to me?
Because it was just one of those things. It just happened quick.
Piece
and
of
I shot it.
garbage.
Because they were looking for one more car, and it needed to be quote unquote extravagant.
No.
And actually, I have to Nick, OGs from the team, they're the ones that actually put me onto it.
So
'Cause
now
he's
here's
the one
my-
that started tagging me on Facebook. And they're
Here's
the
my
ones
other
that reached
question to
out.
you. Do you have to have any obligations to them?
Yes and no. As of now, it's very
Vague.
vague. As long as I do shows and I'm posting online at the events that I'm going to and I tag them. See how easy it's gone? That's my point. It's pretty fucking easy.
Well, guys, welcome. Catch you later.
You know what I mean? Like, so unless something big really happens that they have a booth spot for like X number of cars, that's a different ball game. Like before McGuire's like threw us all away.
Well, no, they didn't throw us away.
They're keeping us in limbo until they decide on whether they want to sponsor cars again in the near future,
Because
quote unquote.
the one asshole.
The one asshole
approved-
complaining about the bottle that he never received. Yes. I'm gonna fucking kick him in the dick too. But anyway, they would send out an email, be like, "Hey guys, we'll be in Carlisle for GM Nationals. We need, 10 GM cars. Send us your images and your full names with your membership numbers. Blah blah blah." So you have to quickly, count me in. This is the picture. Blah blah blah, and send it in. And that's the way it would work for like bigger sponsorships like that.
Yeah.
But again, with these guys, as long as I'm going to events and I tag them, I'm fine. I know now they're still doing half off, like 50% off all their batteries, sponsorship ride, and 20% off depending on quote unquote how many mods you have. It's whatever. But again, me personally, I'm happy with batteries. I'm just like fucking thrilled about batteries. I swear to God.
I need to find somebody to build my motor.
So, I mean, granted, your car has what it takes to easily
Fit into that.
find a shop. That's my entire premise of this, is that you have what it takes to find the shop because your car's wild enough. Now, to answer your question that you asked me before, why the fuck nobody wants to put their name on a car? I'll tell you why. It's not because of you. It's not because of your car. It's about all the fuck boys and all the fuck girls that are going to look at your car, are going to see your picture, and are going to bring their duct taped bumper onto their fucking shop because they want to get a tune done.
You want to laugh?
What?
You know how many automatic VQ platforms have went to Junior and said, "Hey, I heard Anthony's Burble tune and I seen his flames. Can you do it?" And he's like, "Absolutely not.
not.
I don't trust you with that." He trusted me.
It's a different thing, and that's already so many different things. You're from like years of going there. You build the friendship, and then from there, the character shows out. So, as a shop owner, you're like, okay, you're really not gonna be a fucking liability to me. Because if you do a fucking tune wrong, you set somebody's fucking car on fire in front of you, then you become a bitch. Be like, no, he's the one that did it for me.
I've already fucking made. Oh, let me not say that out loud. But
You know what I mean? But that, in that sense, yeah, I can totally get it, because it's not even because of you. It's not even because of the car. It's because of everybody else that's a fucking retard behind you that's gonna see the car, see the tune, or you know what I mean, or talk to you a little bit, and is gonna want to bring their clapped out car over there to get something done.
yeah.
Because sometimes it's not even worth the money.
Hold
Which
on.
again, I can understand where he's coming from in that sense.
Okay.
And he's like, no, fucking logos, I'll fucking kill you myself.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
bullshit. Because he just doesn't want to deal with it. Because you understand the tune, you know where to do it, where not to do it. You think everybody else has kind of like the same common sense?
I'd fucking hope so.
You're really hopeful. You're really hopeful.
But that's to say, ready for this? The reason why nobody would build my motors because they know I'd fucking bust ass and it'd be on Instagram. And then they'd get looked at like, you gave this asshole a 1,400 horsepower motor. Why would you do that?
No. Look at a Audi.
Name one time he's been on Instagram for his races recently.
He is a different breed completely, because what he builds is for him to surprise people with. But again, talking about shops willing to put their name on it and willing to back it up and like build a crazy motor, That's why I said I'm Audi.
Yeah.
Because end of the day, the boy is pushing some crazy fucking numbers.
I mean, he's pushing crazy numbers for his platform.
Exactly, yes. Which, not going to get into it.
Do you know the real number or no?
I know his real number. And for that platform,
Three digits or 4 digits?
Depends on the tune. And depends on the gas. Go on.
Okay, so is he up to 4 digits?
Mm-hmm.
You already fucked up. You see, now you're going to have to delete this fucking episode. You're going to
Yeah,
wake
but
up.
you don't know the number. It can be 3 zeros and a 1. It can be reverse. It can be negative. It can be negative horsepower.
You're going to open your eyes in the middle of the night. He's going to be sitting on your chest with a snub nose pressed against your forehead.
But again, it becomes one of those things that you can easily find a shop to put their the money where their mouth is and build a stupid motor. Granted, now the aspect of
They all want to get paid for it.
yeah, but also another thing is
Back in the day, was that a thing? Finding
What?
somebody to build your motor for a sponsorship?
yeah, 100%. 100%. I saw that happen. I saw that happen a lot. Or in the terms of, I knew actually one guy now that builds some crazy cars and crazy motors, Chris Cap. All my OGs will know the name already. He builds some crazy fucking cars. Yeah, I think he was the first one, if I'm not mistaken, to pull off an all-wheel drive Civic Si.
Yeah.
Fully turbo, 9 seconds all day with his eyes closed.
Well, I don't think he's driving it down the track with his eyes
Well,
closed.
you know what the fuck I mean. He did it very easily.
Oh, no, he's on the news.
But again, my point is, it was easy back then in that sense because you would have the proof of all the parts you were building up.
Yeah.
Like they weren't just like, oh, you just went to like, eBay and just bought, piston rings. You went to the shop that made like really race proven, will stand the test of time, pistons.
Yeah.
That's my point. And you would go to the shop and be like, I have all this. I need you to put all that in here. And I will put your shop's name on my windshield. I show here, I show there. I've been in this magazine. And you'll bring the physical magazine and be like, see, I was in this issue. Because back then it was what you said is what you had to show.
But you weren't going to them like with no hate on any of the magazines today that are mostly internet based.
No. That now
But
is
you wouldn't
such a
do
different.
those kinds of things. You'd show up to with them shit like Super Street and
No, those cars would have been in Super Street. They would have gotten like half a page or a full page. If you got cover in Super Street back then, poof, everybody was dropping their pants. Be like, you can insert in all our booty holes.
That's fucked.
No spit. Like they were fucking giving you the world. To a certain degree, it's semi still like that. If you make cover on one of these top magazines,
To be fair, I'm still upset with PazMag.
it sucks.
I submitted.
It sucks, and they still never got back.
No.
I mean, I would try again.
No, fuck that.
No, honestly, I would try again just because you know how many fucking car submissions they probably go through.
I wonder
You
if
actually know,
Randy
you
even
know what
listens
would
to
be
this.
a
Oh, Randy's not there no more. It's
yeah, no, not our old guy. No, I wish the new guy. Like I said, I've never met him. The old one, I had the years beyond years, because he started showing and competing, and then he just kind of started enjoying the editorial side of it, and that's how he quickly changed over. But to go back to these, a little bit about everything. These fucking magazines now, yeah, it's cool. It's credit. But still, nothing's the same joy as, picking up a hard copy that you see at a store and flipping the pages.
next to the Starbucks. Got it.
Yeah. Like I said, nobody will ever be able to take that fucking joy from me. Because, when Blue made it to S3, it was like a whole team thing. We all went to the Barnes & Nobles. And everybody was just like fucking going crazy because, a car from the team made it on a national magazine. And then little by little, the other guy started, Tuner Battleground started like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And, more cars from the team started. That's what I was going to get to now, that my opinion would be start in Tuner Battlegrounds when it starts up again.
Eddie always jumps in, and I feel guilty.
No, Eddie jumps in, but it's just like whatever at this rate.
Eventually, I'm going to have to go against him.
And who cares? And the
I do. I want Eddie to win.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that's coordinated. I've always said it, as if we all do it, let's all sync up and do it. Like, okay, you got this season, okay, I got the next one.
We should all go in and just see who wins. And even if we win, it's still a C4 car.
It's still a C4 car. That's my personal point of it all. Because at the end of the day, you know, one wins, we all win.
Yeah, but then you get these assholes with 28,000 followers.
It's the name of the game that we have to get adjusted to now. That's what sucks. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But I don't know. With magazines, like I said, nothing still beats the going to an actual store and picking up that copy and seeing your shit there. It's cool online. Don't get me wrong. It's still cool. All these online and the digital platforms. I get it. It's cool. Not gonna knock it. Publicity is publicity, in one way, shape, or form. It's just personally me. I do get more of a thrill when you pick up the hardcore copy and you flip that page and it's your car on it. Whether it's like a half a shot or like you submitted the car for like a submitted ride type of thing.
Yeah.
But if they still picked it, that's somebody that still looked at it and goes, yeah, that's going to be cool there. And that's what you want, personally.
Yeah.
Again, I can be wrong for anybody else's train of thought, but me, that just means, you know what? Somebody high up, somewhere out there, figured this was cool and can make it into a magazine. So there's hope. And you can build on that. That's, my two cents on the whole fucking thing.
It's nice to see that this is coming back around.
So again, to whoever thought of it, just a simple thank you, because hopefully, maybe not in this season, but in 2 seasons from now, the shit that we're going to see at these fucking shows.
Maybe I'll have some real fucking competitors in the Nissan class.
I was waiting for it. I'll be honest, I was waiting for it.
I don't have to worry about a fucking neon.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, like I said, not to knock anybody's car, because I'm not like that at all. And,
You're full of shit.
No, I'm really not. Like, we can
Peeps.
we can have some fun and,
Hold on, wait,
and bullshit.
Don't talk over me. I want
What?
people
Go,
to know
go,
that
go.
you do make fun of cars when we see them.
Yeah, all the fucking time. All the fucking time.
But you would never do it on this thing.
No, never. I'm not like that.
But you see, I am who I am 100%.
Me, the thing is, why am I going to embarrass somebody or make fun of somebody's shit? If it's just us, it's like I'm pretty sure that happens to us on the other side of the fence.
Oh, I
Other
get
people will
roasted
look at our
constantly.
shit and just be like, "What the fuck? Just burn it."
I threw my car on Reddit just to get roasted.
Yeah, and you know what? You got good feedback
I
out
got
of it.
more good than bad.
You got more good than bad, and that's a good thing. But that's my point. My premise is the good old fashioned. If it ain't nice, why am I going to say it? You know what I mean?
You have nothing nice to say, don't
exactly.
say it at all.
Why am I gonna hurt somebody's feelings? Because end of the day, doing that out loud, whether it's Keyboard Warriors on fucking IG or on TikTok or just verbally in person, that's one less car we lose in the hobby. Because end of the day, we all started corny.
What?
We all started corny.
Who?
We all started with corny mods.
What was mine?
Yeah. Bro, a silver car with red wheels. Fuck
Uh-huh.
are we talking about? And
No,
a gold banner because I just added on to the fucking Skittles look.
Thanks
You're
a
welcome.
lot.
I'm here for you all day. But that's my point. We all started with baby mods that we were stupidly excited about. But look where we are now. Granted, we're never done, but you know what I mean.
I think I'm going to do my wheels in white.
And you know what? It wouldn't even be bad. Personally, I would reverse the entire thing. I would do your white face on the wheels and do gold calipers.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
So that's just my 2 cents because I think that will tie in a little bit better everything.
Ian said that.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of that. Why the
Well,
fuck?
yeah, he was a lot more
Verbal.
He was a lot more verbal. That, burn it. Get rid of it. Change it. Don't want to see
something
that
about it.
next year. He was very
Verbal.
verbal.
Does he listen to us?
I'm not sure, to be honest. But if you do, hey, Ian, I'll see you in a few months.
Chubby little bastard.
Can't wait for you to pick on him again. I'm going to record it all this time.
This time I'm going to hit you with the car. No, I'm not going to do that. I like my car.
But, it's one of those things that hopefully this is the path to like the stories I've been telling you
Going in the right direction.
and all the new guys that come into the team and stuff that I've seen and everything else. I hope this is the trend that's slowly but surely. Because honestly, 2 seasons ago, underbody neons were corny. Underbody lighting was like gay as shit.
And now?
And now like everybody has it.
And if you don't have it, you're not cool.
And now you're not cool if you don't have it. So that's why I'm kind of hoping that seeing this trend, I'm like, well, maybe there's a chance that, we inspire the ones that are like staying timid with their cars and really be like, nah, fuck that.
I'm doing it.
If he can do that, I can go crazier. Because that makes a better hobby. That makes better competition. Because that will put the itch in your asshole like it was for years for all of us. For the love of God, even in our own team, I was doing it. I've said the story before with actual Henry and my old VP because they had the same car. So I would talk shit to each one of them when they weren't looking. I'd be like, yo, Tony says he's going to spank you in the next one, bro. If he listens, he's going to laugh. He's going to text me. He's like, fuck off, because I remember you made me spend so much money. And then I'll turn around and be like, yo, Tony. Henry said, you a bitch, bro. You ain't going to touch him in the next one. And they were fucking going ape shit on eBay with parts that you wouldn't believe. But you know what? I don't regret it one bit in the sense that end of the day,
You ruined Tony's credit score. No, I'm kidding.
Tony ended up with the wildest fucking neon with a G37 back end to it.
Which we've never seen till this day.
Still waiting for it, people. I'll do
G35.
that. No, G37.
You sure it's a G37?
G37 taillights on a neon. Evil front bumper on 20s, rubber band tires, 4 racing seats, matching front and back, custom metal console, all diamond plated, and he ripped out his top dash of the neon, and he color matched it to House of Color fucking gold with gold flake, and then regretted it when he had to drive on the fucking highway with a sunny day because it would just blind him. He would have to drive with a towel on the dash. He learned that the hard way.
Did he ever beat out...
SRT 4s all day with his eyes closed.
That's not impressive. I beat out a GTR.
Now, you got to remember the era. You know what I mean? You got to remember the era that we were in. SRT 4s were first coming out. So everybody was going for the turboed out fucking front wheel drive neon
Yeah.
and doing those things crazy and maxing out horsepowers on those stupid things. And this guy being a little 4-banger, eating them and shitting them out. And the other one, crazy fade paint job, all the Euro export lights you can imagine on Henry's neon with Lamborghini front doors.
How come he didn't do Lamborghini back doors?
Yeah, because it wasn't a thing back then.
Meh.
End of the day, you were still pulling off, carbon fenders, carbon hood. Henry pulled it off.
Carbon bumper?
Yeah. Evil. I'll show you the old bumpers. They were the Evil style bumpers, the Evil 5 style bumpers, the rally ones with the big, humongous fog lights.
That should be a requirement for the team.
You know what I mean?
Carbon fiber front
end of the
end.
day, I don't regret it because I ended up pushing them so hard for friendly competition back and forth that when it came for both of them going in the same thing, people would walk and see the car and be like, yeah, fuck out of here, if they were in the Dodge class. Because they were taking it. Whether it was him, whether it was Henry, one or the other was coming home with first or second, but it was locked. There was no wiggle room for anybody else to get in there, and it was like that, bro, for years. Fucking years, to the point that people were fed up when they saw them both roll up to the shows. Because that's how good. That's why I don't regret it, because I helped push them to really come out with the best of the best of the best.
All right, let me ask you something.
What?
Aside from blue, I think red to an extent. How many other cars are in our clique where you think people get pissed off to see them show up to a show? I think Eddie's is one of them for Ford.
Eddie's 100% one of them.
For Ford, absolutely. If there's a Ford
100%.
class,
Just because one, and we've seen this happen to them, in front of us. Nobody even knows what the fucking car is, which I find to this day
Hysterical.
amazing. Amazing.
fully fiberglass enclosed trunk.
One guy was like, "Oh, is that a Supra?" But no, that's weird for a Supra because the Supra back.
Taillights.
But he'll look at the front and be like, "MR2." Look where people's minds go. Then they'll look at the side and be like, "Nah, it's too long for an MR2." Yo, bro, what is this? And then you just see the smirk. You always see the smirk on Eddie's face. Ford probe. A Ford what? That's always the next following thing that happens from that line to a T. But it's one of those things. Yeah. Can you imagine once he redoes the car and just cleans up everything?
Oh, it's gonna piss somebody off.
I don't give a fuck what 5.0 you got.
Not for
at a
anything.
show. Eddie's going to kill it.
I think if there was a wild
And he's
class,
spanking now.
I think if there was a wild class,
Mm-hmm.
he'd give you a hard time.
We've been in wild class together.
No, I mean, if he gets the car repainted and you bring out blue,
We've been in wild class together. You got to remember, I've been showing with Eddie before Eddie had the cracks in the fucking paint job, my guy.
my question to you is, how do you stack up point wise?
We've never had the chance to land in it the same thing together. We've landed in wild,
Wild sedan, wild coupe.
but it's always been wild 4-door and wild 2-door. It's never been just wild.
Wild.
Never.
Well, I got thrown into one of those fucked up classes. What was the class I was in?
Fuck, I don't remember now.
It was something open.
Oh, it was It was like a wild. It was like a wild class. Actually, yeah, it was actually a wild class, but it was like an open wild class. So anything from you could have gone against the fucking first original car, a Ford Model T.
Yeah, but I went against 2 fucking Suzuki Samurais and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, it's one of those things. That is good on one end, stupid in the other. I've always said that. I've never. Cool because, if you place on anything, pat yourself on the back.
Good on us.
Shitty because those things aren't even remotely in your class. Or they'll have a completely different take on the build or a completely different taste of what you did to your car. You know what I mean? It's not like you're close in both white
Similarities.
bodies, both candy paint
Both
job,
JDM.
or both JDM. Because then you can be like, okay, you know what? We're both in JDM. So there's like an argument makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you're in a completely different fucking thing, that's where you can be like, what the fuck? But in the other end of, the other side of the coin, they do put you up against shit like that, and you do happen to place. That's a win. Whether it's second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever the fucking classes they got, mentally, that's a first place for me all day.
Such bullshit.
Because you went up against a completely different take, a completely different
Again,
look, a
I'm
completely
not doing
different
that
taste.
show again next year.
That's fine. You don't want to do that show. You don't have to do that show next year. It's fine.
But what I will tell you is, the show 2 days after, Freaks at Night,
Creatures of the Night. You mean?
yeah, I'm going.
Okay, if you want to drive the fucking 3 hours.
I go out there with you guys, get a hotel for a couple days, and then show.
I mean, with a big group of cars, I'll do it. Me and fucking Vin did that show, and we're like, never fucking again.
That bad.
That was horrible, horrendous. I
Judging?
can only hope it's better now. What happened?
Judging?
Complete fucking shit show. Complete fucking shit show. But it was the same argument that we've talked about in the past. Cars that won had no door panels. And I'm not even saying that as a joke. Literally, cars that won were not finished. That's a better way
Silly.
of putting it.
So silly.
So, you're like, it comes out to the same thing. Money, the drive, you woke up at X time, you spent this much, you risked driving there. Because end of the day, it's a risk for anything. So when you weigh it to an unfinished car winning something,
It's shitty.
you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It kind of like kills the vibe, kills the...
Sucks the air out of you.
It does suck the air out of you. That's what I said, but it's happened to everyone. I've always said that, and I'll continue saying it to everybody. That's always happened to everyone in general, and
Where we at
especially in
time-wise?
this card game. Oh, phew, we're perfect. We're like in an hour.
All right, let's wrap this up.
So, what do you think? What did you say you wanted the poll question to be? Yeah, you forgot to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. All right. No poll question for this year. It is the last episode of 2023, so I do want to wish everybody an awesome New Year. Have a great one, guys. Don't go out partying too hard. Don't drink too much. And yeah, hopefully the
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What? I was in a mood, bro.
No
What?
shot. This is the last episode.
Yeah.
You're shitting me.
Yeah. New Year's is the weekend. What the fuck? We come back and it's 2024. Quite literally.
Of 2023. You asshole. Goodbye.
What the fuck? But yes, have an awesome New Year's, guys. Yeah, spend it with your loved ones. Have a
Drive
great one.
safe.
Drive safe. Don't do anything crazy. We hope to see all your beautiful faces for 2024. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. As always, my friends, keep it custom because life's way too short to stay stock.
Later, baby.